whatever.
Mm.
Your mind strikes always
Mm.
in both ways. Either it goes
Doing.
along with doing, or else it strikes sometimes. No, not this way. You should do that way. This way, that way. That always clinging nature with the doing. Is it right? Everyone is clung with his doing. So whenever he thinks about himself, whatever he does, he thinks that that is himself. That is wrong. How you can be the dish that is prepared by you? Every day you are preparing some dish. Just think. Have you ever thought I am the dish? You don't accept it. I have done this, but I am not. I am is my beingness, which is just not like a dish. Because dish is perishable. I am imperishable. And I am eternal. Then you should be at the point that I am. But instead, here we are. I am this. I am that. Something is wrong. And you have merged yourself with that this and that, which is perishable. That's why Swami says what? Don't merge yourself with anyone.
గురుగారు అప్పుడు నాకు అయింది అది లబ్బొకటి అర్థమైంది కానీ అసలు అంత డెప్త్ అసలు నేను ఎప్పుడు వెళ్ళలేదు
అర్థం చేసుకోలేదు అంతే.
ఎగ్జాక్ట్గా అంత అర్థమయ్యేది
అంటే
లేదు. సో లైఫ్ లో ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ నిదానంగా వచ్చేసరికి కొంచెం
అర్థం కాదు. స్వామి స్టూడెంట్స్ అంటే మీరు అందరు అక్కడ స్వామి స్టూడెంట్స్ గా లేరు. అక్కడ కాలేజీలో స్టూడెంట్స్ గా ఉన్నారు. కాలేజీలో స్టూడెంట్ గా ఉంటాం వేరు, స్వామి స్టూడెంట్ గా ఉంటాం వేరు. స్వామి స్టూడెంట్ గా ఉంటే యూ విల్ డెఫినెట్లీ బికమ్ వైస్ పర్సన్, ఎటర్నల్లీ వైస్. అందుకని మేమందరం స్వామి స్టూడెంట్లే. బట్ వీ డిడెంట్ స్టడీ ఇన్ హిస్ ఇన్స్టిట్యూషన్, బట్ వీ ఫాలోడ్ హిమ్ లైక్ ఎనీథింగ్, డే అండ్ నైట్, day in and day out. Whatever we say, whatever we see, whatever we think, everything on the lines of the Swami. అణువణువున నరాల్లో స్వామిని జీర్ణం చేసుకున్నాం. అందువల్ల ఏమైపోయింది మాకు? కెన్ సే డెఫినెట్లీ దట్ వీఆర్ ఇండిఫరెంట్ విత్ స్వామి. బికాస్ స్వామి దగ్గరికి వెళ్ళిన ప్రతి ఒక్కరు ఏమంటారు? వెన్ ఎవర్ హూ ఎవర్ విజిట్స్ పుట్టపర్తి, వెన్ స్వామి వాజ్ దేర్, even now also, everybody thinks about some miracle has to happen with him or surrounding him or else somewhere else which is known to him. He is always in search of it. Whatever you see in Puttaparthi also or somewhere else. Somewhere here Vibhuti has come, somewhere here Amrutam has come, somewhere here something Pachapa Kunkuma has come. All those things are everlasting news. But what Swami told about his miracles? These are for those who are kids, just like a chocolate given by a mother to manage the kid. Why do you be always kid? Come over here, be like a kid and go away. Again come over here and expect some miracle. It's nothing but you are just like kid only. You are not grown up. Then how you can understand? So you are coming here to follow me, not the miracle. Is it right? The boy should follow the mother, but not the chocolate. Is it right or not? If he follows the chocolate, his life will spoil. Likewise, if you follow my miracles, you are spoiled. Instead, if you follow me, then what happens? That's all. You and I are indifferent. We are not different. That is why people should stay here, should stay under the Dhyana Vriksha, should stay here silently. What he says? Whenever you come over here, be silent. And be silent even after whatever be the time that you be away from me. If you talk, the divine energy that you received from me will be returned to me once you speak. So don't speak. Just stay like that. Just be like that. To two instructions. Stay like that. Be like that. Then, are we like that? Everyone who goes there for darshan, just a bit away, chit chat, this, that, blah, blah, blah. What happens? Nothing is received. Nothing is digested. Is it right? That is why the transformation has not happened. If you would have followed internally from your heart, then you would have understood what is the bliss. Once you understand the bliss, then you don't leave it because it is eternal. Bliss is eternal, happiness is perishable. Nowadays, everyone is behind joy and enjoy. Something is wrong, which is perishable. If you eat an ice cream, you say that I am enjoying the ice cream. How much time? Finished. So joy is perishable, enjoy is too much perishable. Is it right or not? You cannot feel it forever. So you should find how the eternal qualities can be followed in your day-to-day life, which is most common, and the beingness of yourself. Is it right? So what the utmost thing that you can achieve is only to be aware of yourself, to realize yourself is the only thing that what you can do with the help of Swami. This is told by Swami. Is it right? Swami ever says, Devyatma Swarupulara, Prematma Swarupulara. Then are we like that? This question we should understand. Are we like that? If we are not like that, then are we eligible for it? We are expecting grace from him. Is it right? Everybody, wherever, whoever goes there, or whoever knows there, Swami says what? Don't pray for me. You pray for anyone also. That belongs to me. Is it right? Sarvadeva namaskaram keshavam pratigacchati. మరి సర్వజీవ తిరస్కారం కేశవం ప్రతిగచ్చతి కదా, మరి అది ఎందుకు పట్టించుకోవట్లేదు? వై ఆర్ నాట్ కేరింగ్ ఫర్ ఇట్? When you reject something, when you reject someone, when you have that resentive attitude with anything, that is also will belong to the God. Only your prayers are not addressed, your resentment is also addressed in this nature, because the very nature itself is eternal. The basic quality of this nature is eternal. That addresses everything of you. It addresses your prayers, it addresses your resentment also. Is it right or not? You are feeling unhappy when your resentment is addressed. How so? That is only done by you. You have responded with the nature with a resentment. That is why the nature is giving payback. Because it doesn't absorb anything. The eternal quality does not absorb anything, just like a ocean. You throw something in the ocean gives you immediately the next wave. You throw away, you won't take back. If at all it is taken back, you will never get it, because it goes deep into the ocean. Likewise, if anything that has been absorbed by the eternal quality, then you are not there at all. You should be deeply absorbed in the eternal qualities in such a way that you are divine. Once you make yourself divine, observe yourself divine, and live like a divine being, then you are absorbed in the eternal ocean in such a way that you will never come back. This is the way what Sadhguru taught.
I is lost.
Because I don't need anything. I am is lost. Is it? So once I am is lost, where is the doing? No question of doing. What is done? Nothing. Everything was done on the plan of eternal quality. Divine plan. On that divine plan, everybody is being transformed and being motivated and being turned table. Just the table is turning on. That's all. That's the only thing. Someday the table is towards you, and someday it's opposite. It's natural. But you are not taking it as casual. You are taking it as serious. You are asking, the table should be always on my side. But that is wrong. That will never happen. Once you realize yourself as an eternal being, then you will nurture the divine quality. That's very. Are we nurturing our divine quality? That everyone should think. Every day morning you are getting. Are you getting with the divine quality? Are you getting that consciousness which is divine? Are you getting that? Swami says what? Go on doing japa, something before and when you go to sleep. పిల్లలందరికీ చెప్తారు ఈ మాట. జపం చేస్తున్నా నామస్మరణ చేస్తూ నిద్రపో బంగారు. పొద్దున్న లేచేటప్పటికి ఆ నామస్మరణతోనే లేస్తావు. అప్పుడు నువ్వు రాత్రంతా ఎవరి దగ్గర ఉన్నావు? నా దగ్గరే ఉన్నావు, నాలోనే ఉన్నావు. మరి ఎవరైనా ప్రాక్టీస్ చేశారా? చేస్తున్నారా? చేయడం లేదే. మరి సద్గురుమూర్తిగా భావించినప్పుడు సద్గురువు చెప్పింది పాటించాలి కదా. ఫాలో ది మాస్టర్. బట్ ఈ సెడ్ ఫాలో ది మాస్టర్, ఫినిష్ ది గేమ్. Should be like that. When you are a disciple, if you say, I am the disciple of the master, then follow the master, finish the game. Don't go here and there. You go to Bombay, why do you go to Delhi, why do you go to somewhere else? Everywhere Swami is there. You need to go to somewhere here and there. Is it right or not? But you are unable to perceive him. That's the main drawback. Thinking that he is in Puttaparthi. Wrong. That concept itself is wrong. What he told? In his own words, he told, I am not this body. Don't underestimate me. Just this 4.5 feet body is I. Is it right or not? He told many a time. Don't underestimate yourself also. He told this also. You know that you are not this body, then you are also eternal. I know that I am not this body, so I am eternal. Be like that. You too be like that. Then you are with me anytime, anywhere. Because it is omniscient. If your eternal qualities are arose, then automatically it makes you omniscient. Once you are omniscient, then you are omnipotent. There is no death, no bargaining, no seeking, no giving, no forgiving. See, with one master key of eternal quality, that's all. Your Atman, finished. All givings, forgivings, everything gone, finished. All doings are gone. With one simple master. That is why he always brings you Divyatma Swarupa. Divine embodiments of love. Have I ever felt it? If you felt it, be like that. What Swami told? Be like that. That's all. Once you are be like that, then you are not there. Physical scalar quantities are not there. Is it right? This physical is scalar quantity. Cannot move, does not move by its own self. If you are not there in it, it cannot move. Nothing but a heap of ash. That's all. Is it right? Then, why do you bother about heap of ash for 100 years? You're damn worried about the heap of ash, lump of ash, which is left behind after you, and you leave it. Then you should care about yourself, which is eternal, divine, which is omniscient, which is omnipotent, and does not have anything to give and take. There is no give and take policy at all. Is it at all? The omniscient away, it cannot give anything, neither it takes away anything.
అర్థమవుతుంది. తీసుకోవటం ఇవ్వటం ఏమి ఉండదు.
తప్పు కదా? Once you are limited way, then everything happens. So you are in some stuck in nook and corner of the world. Is it right? So wash away, wade away your world. Don't build it. In early childhood, you are taught, build your own world, build your own way, build your own self, prove something about yourself. All these are taught between 8 and 16. Is it right? Those instructions are useful at that level. You are at 60. Again, you are thinking about, let me build my own world. Same thing, what happens? No use. So, always try to think about your exact original nature. If you are at that level, then the appearances will fade off. All these are appearances, that's all. Whether you are a wife, whether you are a mother, whether you are a human being, or even whether you are a woman or man, whatever you say, all those are appearances, that's all. An appearance cannot be yourself. Right? You can take many dramas. Your appearance will change as per the drama, as per the role. You are not that. Never you can be also. Is it right? Once you get down the drama table, then if you are called with that role, you will not respond. Because you are not that. The honor is given for the appearance. Don't worry about the honor given by the world. Because they honored so many. And they will honor so many in future also. They are just observing only to that point, that's all. They are happy with you, you are happy with them. That's all. That's the role play.
stuck అయి ఉండకూడదు.
You should not be stuck at that nook and corner. Happiness is a perishable thing. Gulab jam is good until it is on the tongue. Once you swallow it, finished. So the happiness is like gulab jam. Swami used to distribute always laddus on many occasions. Many occasions. Always laddu, laddu, laddu. Why? Why laddu?
లడ్డు తీసుకెళ్ళి తినేవాడు.
Used to hear. That's why you should understand and observe his speeches properly. Go and listening on radio side. Many, thousands of speeches on radio side. Go on. We listened for years together. So only one thing, listening. Vibing, digesting all the words. The inherent meaning in the words. That's very important. At one speech, he was very worried that I am giving speeches from 60 years, but you are not following. Daily I am telling, repeatedly I am telling from 60 years, but you are not aware of yourself. What I can do? Else. Telling that I will take everything about yourself. I am responsible for your life. I know what will happen. I know what has to happen. Why do you bother? Leave your bothering. Just be yourself. That's what he told. Yeah. Are we like that? I am always bothering myself. So you are away. What he told? You bother about yourself. You are away. Just like a mother and child. Mother is damn worried when the child is 100% solely dependent on mother. Is it right or not? She knows that he cannot take anything on his own self. Then he is damn worried and she is go on observing even without sleep. What happens? What happens? Let me be. He is unable. He is unable. He is dependent on me. Once the child is out for the play, then mother thinks, oh, he can play. He can be on his own self. He can live his own self. Then she is not worried. She will only think when she is called upon. हाँ हाँ क्या होना बेटा बस अगर नहीं पूछा तो just like the same God and devotee, just like the same like disciple and guru. So be solely dependent on Ishvara. Be solely dependent on Guru. Then only it is called Sharanagati. Swami said many a time about Pada Namaskara. Everybody, దర్శనంలో ఉన్నప్పుడు అందరూ ఏం చేశారండి go on, taka 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 taka. Huh? Everybody tries. What he told? What is there that you take from me? Make yourself eligible that I give you. That's very. If I call upon you and give you my darshan and Pada Namaskaram, then once it is enough for your life. Why do you try every time? What you take away? What you know? Your limited self, your limited beingness, your limited way of thinking will take always Charanagati, not Sharanagati. Then what is the use? And he told one epic also. Rama gave only one time to the Shabari. Sharanagati, Pada Namaskara. Bas, that's all. She was enlightened. She was elevated. And she was Bandharahitya, Mukti. For Shabari. Only once. Because she went on Rama, lifetime. And Rama went there. So, once, only one darshan. One Pada Namaskara. Finished. You should be on like that. But not Charanagati. Charanagati causes nothing. But your life should be lifted. You should be enlightened in such a way that you are driven by me. You are not driving yourself. You should be driven by the Guru. You should be driven by the Ishvara. Then you are not living on your own plan. Your life will turn into divine plan. Then it's not possible with a limited way of thinking. And your limited body parts, whether your brain, heart, whatever, all these are very limited, have got limited capacity. But this can do miracles. This can make many people to transform from their individual nature. Then only it is useful. So make yourself possible. Be good. Do good. See good. Always. Is it right? He said, be good, do good, see good always. Then you don't have any resentment at all. Once you observe something damn good, then there is resentment. Is it right? So whatever say, always he says, be good, do good, see good. That's all. And also he says what? Hands in the society, heads in the forest. That's the very, very true life at present. Because now you can go, now you cannot find a good forest. Now you cannot find, even you find a good forest also, you cannot live there. There are so many forests on the earth. But you cannot be a divine personality, a Maharshi, even if you go to a forest. So, what is the better way? Hands in the society, heads in the forest. So, be like that. Then your family, your life, your house, what you possess does not have any significance. The significance is offered by you, not by themselves. Is it right? What you possess are being given a significance by you. That is causing disturbance to you. Is it right? It's causing disturbance to you only. Even they are not disturbed. Is it right? So, why you get disturbed? Why you give that much significance to them? Give a proper reason. Give a proper way. Let it go. Just let it go. Why do you stuck up? That is causing the disturbance. That's all. Don't get stuck in a nook and corner. Be omniscient, omnipotent, divine, eternal. Don't cling yourself to a hope, a single hope, which is a damn thing that every human being is disturbed. I hope that how it will happen. A hope is nothing but a hypothetical equation. May be real, may not be real also. And not real even at all times. It is real only up to that level. Because you are dreaming at your dreaming status as real. That is also the same. Any hypothesis or a hope that you made it is nothing but a dream in a dreamt stage. Once you are awakened, that's no dream at all. But you are happy with your dreams. Is it right? Not at all good. Not at all real. A baby in the cradle laughs on her own self, dreaming that everything is good, fine. So, we are also at the same stage. Dreams are continued. Happiness is continued in the dream. Once you wake up, then you will see everything resentment. Then he cries like a baby. Have you grown up? A chronological age doesn't mean your blissful life. Is it right? Be blissful. Be aware of your eternal beingness and be in such a manner that whoever comes to you, whoever be with you, and you share bliss with him or her, doesn't mean with a role play, doesn't mean with any relation, doesn't mean with anything or doing. That is bliss, just like a sunshine. Sun is shining like that. Is it better? Are we like sun? Are we shining? No. We're always entangled in the circles that are encircled by you only. Right? You made yourself like that. Nobody has made. Just have a freedom from them. Fly. Why do you limit yourself? No need. Fly doesn't mean vicious circles are expanded. That doesn't mean it. You should be in the blissful state. That bliss is always available, even when you are in sleep, deep sleep. So once you are awake, you are losing that blissfulness. You recapture it, you regain it. Be always, whether you are awake, dream, sleep, whatever it may be, that is the doing of your mind, not of yourself. Is it right or not? Your mind is active, you are awake. Your mind is half active, you are dreaming. Your mind is zero active, that's sleep. That is the doing of your mind, not yourself. Is it right or not? But what we are thinking? I have slept, I have dreamt, I am awake. Attributing yourself to the doing. So you have started that attribution from that level, that point. So be aware of it. Think that it's the activity of the mind. You are always there. You are an observer. You are the well-being. You are the divine. There is no dearth for you. And nothing can be added to you, and nothing can be deviated from you. Neither you are many, nor you are at that point which mingles with them. Observing this world as a many, many, many species or many ways, whatever you see, you perceive. But that's not that. You're not that. That is not that, and you are also not that. That is also changing, you are also changing. Then why do you make yourself a standpoint which is perishable and changing, ever changing? Be an observer. Realize your eternal self. Be blissful. Then share always bliss with them. That's all. I have only bliss to share. Nothing else. There are remaining things. Some little bit active. The major activity a human being can do is sharing bliss. Once you are at that platform, sharing bliss, then you are in the lap of Bhagavan. Where are you? You are not away. You are not putting the Bhagavan in your heart, but you are having a permanent seat in the Bhagavan's heart, which is better. Swami always asks, are you putting me in your heart or are seeking me to be yourself in my heart? Which is better? Bhagavan should think that you are eligible. Your eligibility is up to that level that you are in my heart. Then, where are you? I am not there. The eternal self, the eternal beingness, the all pervasiveness. There's no death, no birth at all. Is there? Because sun is shining. Many people are dying, many people are taking birth. But is there any change in the sun? Just be like that. Why do you worry? Today, the dish I have prepared was not honored. You are damn sorrow. Something is wrong. You have made something. They relished it. Very good. They doesn't relish it. That is also nice. But you attribute. Don't attribute. Understand? Consider this world as a contribution, as a conclusion for your divine being. Then only it is help. Consider this world as something else beyond yourself or different from yourself. Then you are attracted by it. Never see, never perceive the world in that manner. Then, just like a think about a mirror image. विश्वं दर्पणदृश्यमाननगरीतुल्यं निजान्तर्गतं पश्यन्नात्मनि मायया बहिरिवोद्भूतं यथा निद्रया. Entire creation, entire universe is nothing but a mirror image of the great self, the great, 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 great Paramatma. Then, why do you worry about mirror image? It's not real. So understand this thought, understand this level, and be there. Then nothing So the nothingness will make you to be everything. So this nothingness and everything is understood only at Paramatma. This everything has come from that nothingness. And this everything will rejoin at nothingness. So this is the reality. But you are worried about everything. Somewhere. Pain, somewhere. Innocence, somewhere. Negligence, somewhere. Evasion. Is it right? Escaping. Where you can escape? What you can evade? Nothing. It's not possible. It will be before you if you want to evade it. If you want to escape from it, on some other route it will come to you again. You have to face it. So don't evade it. Don't escape it. All these are the innocence, negligence, evade, escape. All these are children's play. Doesn't have any importance on the path of bliss. You need to enlighten, make yourself on the target. Then only you can say that I am the student of Swami. These are the qualities of the students of the Swami. Understand? Very well.